What's up guys, JV2017 here, bringing you all a review of the Black Ops 3 beta that ended a few days ago. It went on for about 2 weeks across PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Of course, I was able to play both of those, and I've given it some time to kind of churn around in my head to give you guys a review, my final thoughts on this beta, and hopefully, how the game is going to look when it comes out in November. So here are just some general thoughts that I had while playing the beta. First off, specialists work really well. I really like the way they work. It's very Destiny-esque, the way you get these kind of super abilities, but everyone has the chance to earn them. So it's kind of hard to argue that one is more overpowered than the other, although I do believe some are easier to use. But I think they work great. The timing of them works great. There's a perk that makes you get them faster, and you can decide to choose that if you want or don't want to. Some of my favorite ones were the Outrider Sparrow. You're seeing me use it right now. I'm using it terribly. I am awful with this Sparrow in this gameplay. So the Battery War Machine is probably the easiest one to use, but very effective. Nomad's Hive weapon was really awesome. I used that a lot. And also Reaper's Scythe is something I used towards the end of the beta. I loved all of them, and the Hive was especially very, very fun to use. I didn't use a lot of the ability specialist things. I actually used mostly weapons, almost entirely weapons. I like having the weapon, it makes me feel powerful. So anyways, another thing that I really noticed is map flow is much improved. It is much more on point with what Call of Duty has traditionally given us. It's back to the 3-lane system. There are 3 lanes on every map, and there's some ways to get in between the lanes, but pretty much it's bogged down to 3 lanes, and that makes enemies predictable, which is what a lot of really good Call of Duty players enjoy. I am not one of those, so I'll talk about my KD in the beta in just a second here, but I really appreciate the map flow. It's a great change from Advanced Warfare, because with Advanced Warfare, all that movement made it very hard to predict where enemies were. They'd come out of nowhere. It was frustrating for someone trying to get a nice KD in a really good game, and they kind of corrected that. And the jumping around in this game, also kind of a side note, is much less it's much less prevalent. Not a lot of people are jumping around because it doesn't really help your movement. You can wall run in this game, which adds a nice little layer of complexity, but it doesn't disrupt the 3-lane system, which is the most important part, and I really enjoy how it worked out in the beta here. So next up, the guns feel new and refreshing. I really have enjoyed all the guns, which is a big thing for me. If I'm playing a Call of Duty and I don't really like the guns, that's really a killer for me. They don't feel borrowed or rehashed in any way. These guns feel new. Of course, this is a near future kind of game. Usually that's a bad thing for me, but these guns are kind of inspired by certain guns, and they're futuristic, and I just like the feel of all the guns. And I also had this awesome feeling that I haven't had since Modern Warfare 2. All of the guns feel good. I think all the guns are good. There are some exceptions, maybe like one SMG, the Weevil kind of sucks. There's an assault rifle, the HVK, I think is a little but everything else is very good. There are some consensus overpowered guns. I'm sure you guys have heard of them, the Razorback SMG and the Man-O-War. I'm using the Man-O-War in this gameplay. It's just really a solid gun. But some of my other favorites were the VMP submachine gun, was really fun to use on objective game modes, and the BMR LMG. Oh my god, I use this gun the most. A light machine gun. I would never use that in my life. I did so well with it. I was very comfortable with the light machine gun, and I think it's going to be kind of a hidden gem, so to speak, with the weapons in Black Ops 3. So another thing, let's talk about game modes. So the game modes, most of the favorites are back, but the biggest surprise was Safeguard. Safeguard is a really fun mode where you escort a robot through the map. The enemy can, if you're attacking, you are trying to destroy this robot. Every time you get its health down, it has to recharge, reboot, and you're trying to prevent this robot from getting to its objective, or on the other side, you're trying to defend the robot. It's a lot of fun. It was super fun. I played that with friends a lot. I really, really enjoyed that. So I really enjoyed the beta overall, guys. I really did. I said I wouldn't. I said it didn't look great, but I also love the fact that they did a beta in the first place. Fantastic. I am so happy that they were able to do a beta early enough to where they can actually impact the game and change it according to data that they gathered in the beta. If Call of Duty does this every year, it will extend its life cycle. I'm just calling it right here, guys. It's going to extend the life cycle of the game because people are going to appreciate that. They're going to want to put their money towards a game that they either enjoy the beta on, or maybe they don't, and they see that the company's putting a lot of, thought into it and improving it after the beta. That's going to be the deal. So some other observations on the side. PS4 competition was way easier. I had a higher KD on PS4. I don't know what that was about. I had a 1.8 on PS4 and a 1.3 on Xbox One. And also my PlayStation 4 experience was a lot better overall. But I think Xbox One was having some connection issues, so maybe that was it. Let me know what you guys thought of the beta in the comment section below. I'd really like to know if you all are going to pick up the game. Maybe the beta did not impress you. What do you think needs to be changed? All of that fun stuff. I'd really like to know that. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you did, remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And also don't forget to subscribe for Black Ops 3 in the very far future when it comes out, and more videos coming soon. Peace!